When your girl leaves her jewelry at your home, what do? You wear the out of it. Love you, boo. But I mean, for real, when she was here, we were so drunk that she broke this one. You see, it has like one of those little, and she broke it, so I fixed it for her, so you welcome. Hi guys, how are you? How you doing? How you feeling? Today will be the beginning of the series of makeup tutorials for the Too Faced eyeshadow palette. Ha! The ones that smell delicious. The outside of this palette looks like a chocolate bar, and it sure as hell smells like one. This is what the inside of this one looks like. It has 16 shades. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. It has a mix of matte and shimmery shades, neutral colors, pops of colors. I love this shade. I didn't use it in this tutorial, but I use it a lot in my, not daily life, but you know, when I'm going out. This maroon color, oh. So I ended up doing a halo eye, as you can see, with this palette, and I believe I used this. No, not this one. What did I use? I used these shades up here and all these shades down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of this palette. All these shades are beautiful. They go on smoothly. I have no issues with it. They blend really nice. Oh, I just love them. And the fact that they smell good is that much better. And they also taste good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but they're made with cocoa butter. I've said to so many people when they come over and they look at my makeup, I'm like, you have to taste this. And they're like, what? But yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So I started off with primer, foundation, concealer, contour, all that jazz, and one eye done. Because if you follow me on Snapchat, if you're from the Snapchat fam, you will know about Piper the Pimple. It's been growing on me all week. I couldn't cover it for the life of me, and I also have a little bit of redness here that makes it look like I went hard on the blush on this side, but just so you know. I'm going to use one brush for this tutorial, and it's going to be the Beau Gachis eyeshadow brush. I just have a baby wipe here to wipe away any color I use. Color switching, you know, they're coming out with some products like that, but I just use a baby wipe, which works just fine. So I'm going to start with the shade White Chocolate. And I'm just going to apply that to the middle of my eyelid. Like the name of the shadow says, White Chocolate is a matte, light white. I would call it an off-white because it is a little bit kind of yellow, so it's not like white in your face. Since I am doing a halo eye, I'm starting off with the light colors and then I'm going to do the dark ones. So then I'm going to go with Marzipan, whatever it's called. This is a shimmery peachy color. I'm going to apply that just at the outer parts of my lid, both on the inside and on the outside. Completely avoiding the middle of my eyelid. And then with no extra product, just lightly blend it up on the crease. There's going to be a lot of transition colors in this tutorial just to make it that much more smoky and natural looking. Like the fade, it doesn't have to be choppy. It has to be very, very smooth into each color. Then I'm going to grab this very light brown shade named Salted Caramel, and I'm also going to apply it on the outer and inner corners of my eyelid. And again, with each shade that I'm adding to the outer corners, I'm blending it the slightest bit at the crease. Just with my finger, I'm going to grab some more White Chocolate, the shade we added in the middle of the lid, to make sure we're not losing any of the light center shade. If ever anything gets choppy, you know what to do. Sephora blending brush up on that. Now I'm going to go into the inner and outer corners. We're just going to keep on working on those with Milk Chocolate, which is a bit of a darker shade of brown than the salted caramel I just used. And now we're going to start lightly adding this closer and closer to the outer corner. We don't want to blend this in too far into the center, just the outer part. Blend, blend, blend. Make sure there's no harsh lines like the Queen of Makeup, Jaclyn Hill, says. I hope she writes a book about that, like she mentioned. Now going darker and darker. We're still using the same brush, like I said. We're going to go in with Semi-Sweet, which is an even darker brown. These are all matte that I've been using, and then we're going to do a shimmery color and a matte one at the end. And just with the lightest little brush strokes. You can also use a more precise brush that has like a thinner, smaller point. I'm just using this one and just curving it. Instead of using it like this, I'm using it sideways just to get that precision. Moving on, we're on the second last color, Black Forest Truffle. This is a shimmery, I don't know if you can see that. This is a shimmery brown purpley shade with some peach flicks. The darker the shade you're applying on a halo eye, the less and less you want to go into the center. So just the slightest bit on the outer corner. And of course on the inner corner, and then the blending brush will do all the rest. make that line. I did kind of lie. The last darkest color, I am using a little flat brush, because I'm going to go ahead and grab Triple Fudge, which is a very dark brown shade. This one is matte, and I'm just using the little tiny teensy little teeny weeny tip of this brush, and then just ever so lightly. Again, using this brush sideways to make that precision perfect. Blend that all in together using circular motions and windshield wiper motions. And then we're going to brighten up the middle of that lid. So what I'm going to do is grab a fluffy brush and just spray some MAC Fix Plus on that. I'm going to go in with Champagne Truffle, which is a pinky beige whitish shade. I'm the worst at explaining shades. And that MAC Fix Plus is just going to make that color pop. Apply that in the middle, and you can fix this around as much as you want. Like if you want the center to be larger, if you want it to be smaller. You don't want it to be too thin, like it looks like a line, or too wide so that you can barely see the dark parts, but just blend it in. That's all you gotta do. Just blend it in and you'll be fine. If only blending could fix all problems in life. Then I'm going to smoke out the bottom of my waterline, and you can grab any colors that I used as long as it's like light, darker. 2 to 3 colors. I used 3 colors on this side, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab the lightest color, Salted Caramel, and then with my brush pointing downwards, you'll see why in a second why I'm mentioning that, I'm going to line my waterline, really pressing on the brush. And for the second color, Milk Chocolate, I'm going to point my brush straight at my waterline so that it makes a tighter line. This is just because of the brush I'm using. If you were using like one of those flat brushes, which I don't have, you wouldn't have to do this technique, but this is how I make it smoke out my waterline. And then lastly, that Semi-Sweet. And for this one, I'm going to point my brush downwards just to get the top of my waterline. It's wing liner time. I'm using my Palladio liquid eyeliner like I always do. I've been doing way more of a thick liner lately. I don't know if you've noticed on my Instagram. I've been really digging the thick liner. This is totally off topic, but I'm going to do an updated tutorial of my face routine because I haven't done one in like almost 2 years now, I think. I'm also going to do a winged liner tutorial because a lot of people have been asking me how I do my wing liner. I shouldn't be talking while I'm doing this, but yeah, I should just like make a video of like a couple tricks you can do to get that perfect wing. In the case that there was any fallout, I'm just grabbing some Laurent Mercier translucent powder and patting that under my eye just a little tiny bit. I'm not gonna like bake or anything. I usually try to avoid baking if I know I'm gonna be taking pictures or something with flash photography because it'll give you white face and nobody wants that. Then I'm going to apply some falsies, and before I do that, I'm just curling my lashes with my Revlon eyelash curler. If I haven't mentioned any of the products I've used in this tutorial, as you know, I always put that in the description box down below. And I'm coating my lashes with my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. In previous videos, I always apply my mascara like when I already have my falsies on, which I sometimes still do, but I'm trying to avoid it just to like be able to maintain my lashes more because I'm going through them like crazy. A trick I've been really liking to apply my lashes is taking my mirror and putting it under my face. That's right, not in front, under. That way I know exactly where I'm placing my eyelashes because from underneath, believe it or not, you can see your entire lash line. Whereas if you're looking towards the front at a mirror, you can't really see that. And then you blink and stuff, and looking down, I think you blink less because you're not straining your eyes much. I don't know. It's just such a good trick. There we have it. If you apply lashes, you probably know when like you put it too close to the inner corner of your eye or too far out and then it looks weird. This technique prevents a lot of that. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. So I went ahead and applied the other one off camera. I have no idea what lashes these are. I have a mess with my lashes right now. I keep putting them in like empty containers, so I have no idea what this is called, what brand it is, nothing. If I find somehow what these are, I'll put it down in the description box, but no promises. Then I almost forgot that I put white eyeliner on this other eye, so I'm gonna use my NYX, or wait, no, this is not NYX. What happened to my NYX? Anyways, this is Maybelline Express, just a white eyeliner. I'm gonna add that on my waterline because I am going out after this and it's daytime. I didn't want this eye look to be too dark, So that just brightens it up a little bit. And that can sometimes be the difference between a very dark and very light eye, black or white eyeliner. It just changes your entire look. And last but not least, for the lips, I'm going to use this Yves Saint Laurent. What is this called? I believe this is called Rouge Volupte Shine, number 49. I think. I'm not sure, but it's just a really cute pink shade. And it doesn't go on too harsh. It goes on a little bit shimmery, which I like. Slightly reminds you of Candy Yum Yum, like if you look at it from MAC, but it doesn't go on as bright and matte. It's very buttery and it actually smells really good. And that's it, guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. For more videos like this one, amongst other things, those other things you can find on my playlists, subscribe because it's free. I will be doing a tutorial for the semi-sweet palette, the bonbon palette, and the sweet peach palette, so stay tuned for those. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.